STAKK Nation, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Bill S-686, also known as the Restrict Bill.
Just the name enough.
It's a horrible name.
Just the name.
So we have a reaction video to this one, and we're just gonna play this, right? And let's all experience this with everyone.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Here we go. What is this bill about?
How we use the internet is about to fundamentally change forever, and it's terrifying. This is Bill S-686, also known as the Restrict Bill. You'll probably know it as the TikTok ban bill, but it does so much more than just that. It actually does more than any bill I think we've ever seen. I encourage everyone to read it by going here and clicking the text tab, but here are the main takeaways. Foreign adversaries can change by definition, but a few are already listed. They are the People's Republic of China, including Hong Kong, Special Administration Region, the Republic of Cuba, the Islamic Republic of Iran, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and of course, the Russian Federation and Venezuela under the regime of Nicolas Maduro Moros. I hope I pronounced that correctly, but these definitions can change at any time. The bill covers hardware technology like modems, routers, and home cameras, and virtual tech like VPNs, and basically bans them if they are manufactured by or used to contact and deal with foreign adversaries. Speaking of VPNs, using VPNs to bypass banned apps such as TikTok is made a criminal act under this bill, and the penalty, it's a minimum imprisonment of 20 years and a minimum fine of $250,000 or $1 million.
I think it's good to slow down real quick and just decipher what the heck. 20 years in prison for using VPN.
Before we even get there,
Yeah.
right? The United States is going to create a Secretary of Communication, kind of like we have the Secretary of State. The Secretary of State have done enough damage with all the foreign policies that we've been doing over the years that is not causing the current dollarization. Now we're not going through this old similar situation that we did with the Federal Reserve. Just go create another office, call it Secretary of Communication. So because you were so greedy to get rich, right? You allow the bankers and the big investors to go and bring in North Korean and Russian devices that were spying on you, which you also do. Right? We use TikTok and all these other tools to spy on other countries, right? Now you want to go create another office, call it the Secretary of Communication. I think it's a disguise, right? Now they want to start controlling how you communicate or control, because this device is coming from Russia, it's coming from China, it's coming from North Korea. We can't allow it in the States because it's been banned in the States. And, it's not just a hard device. Now it's also software, VPN. So now if they wake up tomorrow and they say South Africa is a foreign advisory, you can't VPN to access your bank or access your country in another country anymore. And this is their technique. This is the 2.0 attack on Bitcoin, I think. It's trying to like, you know how people take one law and switch it and use for something else?
Always. This bill was supposed to be about banning TikTok. However,
TikTok and devices too.
Well, they use TikTok as the main,
as
the main crux in this situation. And now we are not just worried about TikTok. We're worried about TikTok. We're worried about messaging people outside of the country. We're worried about who a foreign adversary might be. We're worried about the absurd, outright ridiculous amount of time that these people claim that you should be able to spend in jail. I mean, you have to really ask yourself, who are you to determine that somebody goes to jail for 20 years because they use the VPN? It's the same thing like with the weed, right? At some point in time, there are people who are still in prison right now for just using weed. However, now weed is legal. Who decides when it's legal or not?
Two Americas, man.
Right?
Two Americas.
There is clearly no public discussion going on right now, right? There is no discourse with the general U.S. public on what or how we think we should handle these situations, allowing people to give their input. Yet we have more news channels than anything else talking about bullshit all the time.
All day, all
right?
the time.
Meanwhile, these people are literally here turning our environment into the most draconian
Governance,
environment that I've ever been in.
economy.
Let me let's finish the video, because this is just absolutely asinine that somehow it seems like, well, but I think that's also the other thing, because it keeps feeling like society is not waking up to this thing, but at the same time we know that more people are exposed to information now than ever.
And
right?
now they want to control that.
Yes. And so when I see these things, I see that this is them trying to control that. But then at the same time, I also always forget that these people are really behind. And most of the time, if you look at how they win through mental manipulation. Okay. If you believe that it is the same way we believe that the dollar is something, then it keeps going. If we believe that there is really a threat, right, then we're likely to be fear-mongered into this bullshit here, right? So it's really about getting people to believe that what you're doing is in their interest. So, and that's what they play on the most. If they can get more of the public to believe that it is right for them to be doing this, then more people will jump on board. But I think that is going to change, because the internet has put us in a unique place where people can make decisions in real time and get new information quicker than these people can react to things.
Secretary of Communication. Can you just imagine that? You know, they just tried to shut down ChatGPT because people are starting to get awoken to what has been going on. Because literally AI is telling you, oh, I know all the information. I can tell you that we've been doing a lot of bad things.
How would they stop ChatGPT?
ChatGPT even tells you Bitcoin is the way and that US dollar is in trouble. Literally.
Imagine ChatGPT operating on the Bitcoin network. Oh, it's coming, you know. So listen, this is let's finish this thing now. A lot of times, man, when I see these things, it infuriates me on the offset, right? But then as we start going down the line and I'm really trying to think, you know, logically think it out. Okay, let me give you an example. Let's say right now all of these things were enforced, boom, in place. If you use VPN to contact, you know, they make it seem like it's a benign thing. If you use VPN to contact foreign adversary, it will come for you. Well, let's say they put this in force and everybody's using VPN to contact someone outside of the country. What are they going to do? Because I don't think they can imprison the whole world for 20 years over some internet interaction. It's sort of the same thing like with when they banned the mixer, and then everybody started sending mixed coins to a bunch of celebrities.
And senators.
Okay. These people have not learned. What? Go ahead, man. Get it off your chest, bro. You got something to say. Talk to him.
Man, America, home of the free. All right? The bold.
We'll get to there. I got you. Let's finish this video. That's why I pulled up that page, because I saw that coming.
Depending if you knowingly did so to access banned content. The bill gives the federal government the power to monitor any activity used by these suspected devices, virtual or otherwise. Essentially, they can monitor what you are doing at home 24/7 without even informing you. This includes things such as routers, video games, streaming apps, smart thermostats, Ring cameras, basically anything that uses the internet. Now, the real terrifying part of all of this, as if that all wasn't terrifying enough, is that the bill goes on to state that this will happen by the president appointing a Secretary of Communication.
They really know people will not vote on this. That's why they're just trying to skip the whole thing.
Go to
yes,
the
they're just trying to skip all the way to the end.
Yeah,
they really don't know for this.
You know, IoT was a big thing like 5-10 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So now we all have all this IoT enabled devices in our house.
Yeah.
They turn it on. They track every single thing. Like we'll be talking right now. By the time I get upstairs, I get a commercial on what we're talking about.
Stuff. Absolutely. They're always listening. In other words, they're on your ass.
We all slaves, man.
All right.
That secretary then forms a group on their own without any voter input whatsoever. This group can have meetings behind closed doors. They don't have to disclose anything. They can ban and deem anything inappropriate or a risk to security at any moment in time. And if they do, they can go through your instant messages, your emails, text, basically anything that uses the internet, and they can censor it. So in summary, this bill can effectively ban anything the government deems inappropriate extremely quickly without warning. The ramifications of this range from breaking up mass communication methods to even watching the cameras in your home, aka spying on you. It really is that bad, and I am not speaking in hyperbole. Please contact your reps. I have a video on my TikTok band playlist on how to find your representatives and tell them if they vote for this, you will support their opponents in their next primary. If I missed anything in this bill, please let me know in the comments. Share this information with anyone and everyone. I will be covering this bill.
That's it on that one, Double O. Final thoughts. Well, not final thoughts, but what do you think so far?
I don't know. I'm just passionately trying to speak up. Like, when did America become China? Is it because of Warren Buffett and his boy Charlie Munger being buddies over there?
It depends if you're in America. I don't think we're in America right now.
It just literally said that they can track everything
Without your consent. They came out straight up and said it. They've been wanting this forever. They've just been slowly trying to push it forward. They just needed a reason or a way to get around to it.
TikTok and
TikTok is the gateway, tracking your router, everything. So you're not alone. They're always watching, and with algorithms now, they can always just pick you out. You cannot be hidden in a crowd because it's just going to be keyword search. It's just going to be freaking targets or triggers that will set off what they're looking for. And once they get that, you automatically reeled into a pool.
You know what I don't get? People that watch movies and don't understand the message in the movie.
What's that?
The Matrix told us this was gonna happen. This was many years ago.
Yeah, but it's like, what human being really expects? Because when you watch movies, they say it's fiction, right? It's not something that's happening in real life. But who would have known? Because you cannot really sit and imagine that, oh shit, we're gonna be one day in this place where it's like literally these two separate worlds, if you will, right? And in some ways as well, you could also say that maybe we are here now because of those movies. Because at the end of the day, movies is used to influence people, right? And is used to also forge a path. If society is always seeing, it's like when let me put it this way, okay? This is something that I don't think that people in the Western world understand, man. Having sex in the movies, every movie, is not normal. Mm-hmm. Having to see sex every couple moments in the movie, it's not normal. It's only in America. Mm-hmm. Okay. Before I came to this country, I knew that we can go and watch a movie. Mm-hmm. If you look at like Jackie Chan's movies, it did not have to end up with sex all the time.
Nope.
Right now, I can tell you 90% of the movies in America without even watching any of them. Mm-hmm. There is a bad guy. There is a guy. He's in love with a girl. Okay. He wants to smash the girl. It's always going to be that way all the way to the end. It always has to be someone is in trouble. There's a sexual thing. Somebody's going to die. And then, of course, the white guy always lives. So, I'm stupid as shit. Look, when you put out those type of things, right? Because when we grow up and we think that you're supposed to grow up and be a princess and get married and all of these things, a lot of these things come from the princess stories and all of that stuff. The reality is life is not that. Life is much more than that. But at the same time, you could mold the minds. This is why they say building the minds, right? And so if you mold the minds of society by showing them some crazy movies, at some point, this is, you expand people's mindsets and expand that fantasy in their mind. But that's just my perception on it right now. What do you think?
But people, what I don't get is how people just let. I guess do people even pay attention? They rather watch basketball game and watch football games and party all day instead of seeing what actually is happening to their day to day, like what really impacts their life. Like, get involved, yo. Like, our lives are changing in our face, and you don't think it matters.
The question is, here's the thing, right? Unfortunately, people are, but nobody wants to be the first through the door, right? There has to be someone that is going to pick, right? Become that striking point or that guiding light where other people may feel that, hey, this person is trustworthy enough to follow. It is a dangerous precedent. Mm-hmm. This is how we ended up in the environment that we are right now, where you have a leadership team and then you don't have control, right? But I think there's going to have to be an uprising against the status quo. And then there is going to be a mob of people that jump in or follow through.
Kind of like the French Revolution 2.0. What's going on in France right now?
Yeah, like any protest, right? Someone has to take that first move, and then I think people will jump on. But I think that it is going to be at that point where these guys do something that strikes someone in the wrong way so much that they react to it, and these people cannot, in return, respond to that reaction because everyone else is going to be equally outraged.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I know this, but let's see how it plays out. There's been a few things that I said that I don't know how I knew either, but listen, if we're in America, the First Amendment says Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, and I will say quote is speech, or of press. As we know, they're currently trying to be able to infiltrate every form of press we have, because your phone is press, your Instagram is press, any sort of communication is press, which they are literally saying in that bill we're about to violate the shit out of your freedom of speech and press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Listen, I don't know if we'll say we saw peaceful assembly recently, but you see, you cannot peacefully assemble when you're being attacked with force. That's like saying people come to attack your country and then you respond peacefully. It's impossible. Okay?
Bitcoin is a peaceful revolution.
Bitcoin is a peaceful revolution, but people are not peaceful.
It's a peaceful
100%.
assembly of people's value.
Yeah. So if you violate people's this thing, expect that they will come back at you. Either way it goes, right? Now here's the other part about this thing. The Fourth Amendment of the United States of America, wherever that country is, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause supported by the oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. You see, if there is a committee that is going to put together their own squad and make their own rules and decide what is the adversary or not, what is a threat to national security or not, then it seems to me that these same people, at that point when they start searching through your phone, are clearly violating your Fourth Amendment right, because they're trying to access your router, your phone, your computer. If you're on VPN, we're talking jail time.
20 years, 250K.
What Fourth Amendment? Because it sounds to me like if they suspect that you are doing something, they should go through the channels. Are we not using the Constitution anymore? Do these people not have to go and get a warrant? So probable doubts, right? If you have reasonable or probable cause, there we go. If you have reasonable suspicion that someone is committing something shady, at that point in time, right?
But you wouldn't know if you've not hacked into their system already to get that information.
Because yes, you will not know if you've not hacked into their system already to get that information. But here's the thing: you are not supposed to know. That's the whole point. Yep. This is why it's called innocent until proven guilty.
Because I'm walking with a hoodie in the store does not mean that I'm about to steal something in the store. Police, leave me alone.
Imagine the police came and said, "We do not know you were not going to steal something until we beat you down first." You're not supposed to know. That is what freedom is. At the point, let me tell you something. Right now, okay, international waters close to Somalia, okay, when is it the Coast Guard or whoever is out there these days patrolling the waters? When they catch the Somalian pirates, okay, they could see them really coasting up in the boat, right? They apprehend them, take their guns, give them food, and let them go. Do you know why they do that? They do that because they did not catch them actually trying to rob actively trying to hijack a ship.
Ooh, you just brought something else there up there.
Go ahead.
Somalians, they have guns, right?
Yeah.
And they're pushing this whole gun safety situation in America. The moment they take your guns away from you, the reason why the Somalians are fighting back is because the Western worlds are coming into their country and taking their resources out for free. That is why you have Somalian pirates.
Yeah.
In America, the gun rights, I think they should stay. Similar situation here. Because when they take away your freedoms to speak and they take away your guns, you just literally become countries like Cameroon and Nigeria, when the government can just roll up on you and do anything to you. That is why they can't do that here in America.
I don't have gun right conversations with anybody else in America anymore. Okay, it's stupid. It's stupid. Everybody in America should have a gun. Period. Okay.
They don't understand it though.
Yeah,
They
you should
don't
have a
get
gun. Have a gun. Buy 2 or 3. Okay, buy it of any caliber, any magnitude. It does not matter. I don't think that the Western world, specifically this country, is in any position to talk about gun control while they're currently pumping the shit out of guns into other countries, bro. Please spare me the bullshit. Okay, let's bullshit.
ESG. Let's not go there.
Bullshit. Climate change. Garbage. Okay. Come on, man. Listen, let's wrap up this video. We are definitely at a time limit.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is incredible. Please keep an eye out. Our rights are currently being violated, or at least these people are well on their way to violating everybody's rights right now. Marching. You just saw the amendment of the United States. This is not something that we're just coming up with in our mind and creativity. It's right there in the documents, man. This is the handbook. This is the reason why a lot of people travel across the world, man. This is the reason why a lot of people swim
through the oceans. In sharks infested oceans.
No insurance, man. You're putting your leg out in the water for great white shark.
Through the deserts.
Just to get here, and then people say that never mind. We're changing this. Listen.
America.
Bring America back. Do you think this is why Trump was saying make America great again?
I really don't think. I mean, I think they were trying to destroy that guy because he wasn't following their schema.
Okay. Well, let's pause there. We don't want to go down that road today. It's too much flame.
And I'm not even Republican. I didn't even vote for him. I'm just saying.
Fuck it. I'm Republican, man. Y'all can come at me. It's whatever.
I am neither, man. Republican or Democrat.
I had to register as a Republican because I just had to see with my own eye. I registered as a Republican. It is what it is. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Listen, man.
By the way, check out BK Crypto while you're at it.
Oh, yes, please.
On the interweb.
Check out BK Crypto.
Don't ban him.
Okay.
It's a good guy.
No affiliation to my madness. Okay. Good guy. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, final thoughts before we close this one out.
Oh, man. I think we've said it all.
Yeah, I think we said it all. We said it all. But I'll tell you what we have not said yet. Follow us on subscribe to the channel. Why do I always say that?
Smash it.
Smash that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button as well while you're at it. Drop a comment down below. Okay, maybe my ramblings are offending you. I would like to know that. But if it's not offending you, let's chat about it too.
Yeah, come on the show on Spotify. We have a good conversation.
Exactly. Because then if it's offending you, we can now
conversate like we're supposed to.
Oh, okay. I was gonna refine the method in which I can offend you more, but okay, that's fine.
You just don't invade them like they're trying to do. Through the back door.
No. You see, this is the problem. It is weakness that happens here right now. We need to be shaken down. Abi?
Yep.
Speaking of weakness, man, Twitter is not weak, so follow us there. STAKK. Follow us on Facebook as well. Looking slightly weak. Well, seriously weak, but nonetheless, follow us. And of course, the weakest of them all, Instagram. Follow us there as well.
How they go follow us? The weakest of them all banned us.
Well, the bank does, so. And who is this guy over here? Spotify, you know what? I need to get money for ads. So
we gotta put my show up on there, man.
I will send you guys email. Have no fear. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible time. Had a great time. Until next time, Brazen out.